All right, so this is either a story about a bat necklace or a Chiroptera necklace that was inspired by a haunting vampire musical saga, or it's a story about pushing insecurities aside and finally taking action. I'm not really sure. After you've watched this, let me know in the comments below what you think. So it's September, and my business, Charming Quail Jewelry Design, has been running for about a year. I've mostly been getting cash flow going through by building 3D computer models of jewelry for different jewelry companies who needed sketches turned into 3D models that they could print and manufacture. But over this year, I had been working on sketching different ideas to launch my own product lines and do some of my own jewelry. So I'd been doing sketches after sketches throughout the year and wondering, well, I don't know, maybe this one would be good, maybe it wouldn't be good. I don't know if this one has really much of a market. This one has a market, but it may be too generic. I don't know, lots, right? Like you can see all the insecurities building up, right? Holding me back from actually launching anything. And I'm talking to my mentor about this, Franklin Taggart, and he's like, look, man, you got to stop thinking about it and just make something. You can't sell anything if you don't make something. You got to make something. I'm like, you know what? You're right, Franklin. I got to make something. I got to make something. So I made the decision. The next thing I design, I was going to make it. Hell or high water. Didn't care if it was good or not. I was just going to take action. I was going to make it. I had so many things to learn. I'd made hundreds of wedding sets and earrings and all kinds of stuff before, but as a designer at another business. So now I needed to learn all kinds of new stuff about building new relationships with new metalsmiths and, you know, getting that communication going back and forth correctly, figuring out how to advertise for my own products. I've never really done that before, and how to sell it. Like, okay, say I finally get somebody on the line, like, yes, I love your piece. This is beautiful. I need one. How do I get it? Well, how do I handle that transaction? Do I need to get some credit card processing going or something? I don't know. It's a lot of things to learn, and I just wanted to make something that would force me to start learning all this stuff and force me to put something on the market, put myself out there. So that's kind of where I was at. And it's September. Like I said, I've been in business for about a year, and now I'm sitting with Sheri Lauren, an artist whom I love, and we've been collaborating together for quite a while by this point. And we were sitting together, brainstorming over what we were going to do for the next art walk, as we usually do. And being September, October was coming up. And we thought, what if we did a Halloween theme? Or something kind of spooky and haunting. And Sheri Lauren brought up her friend, Jack Elliott, who's been working on this haunting vampire musical saga.
Running floorboards creak underneath your feet, walking slow toward another doorway. Disregard when the stenches if you breathe too deep, when stopping and smelling revolting bouquets.
She said, well, what if we brought him up to the art walk and he played that, creating this kind of haunting Gothic sort of environment to draw people in. And I was like, yeah, that's great. That sounds like an awesome idea. And then we started talking about, well, what if we made some jewelry and some art that were inspired by this vampire saga? Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that too. This is awesome. And that's really where things began to click, and where this inspiration for this bat necklace or this Chiroptera necklace was coming from. And so I decided, since it was a vampire saga, I would do a bat-themed necklace. And Sheri Lauren decided she would do a painting of a black cat that would be like the vampire's pet and possibly the bat's best friend. And so a story started to loosely begin to develop, and she was going to paint in the necklace around the cat's neck to kind of tie things together very nicely and neatly. So awesome, doing great, moving along, And as I'm kind of batting around this idea in my head, see what I did there? I'm so sorry. That was terrible. Okay. Recompose myself. As I was batting around the idea and trying to figure out the design in my head, I was talking to my wife about it, and she said, you need to do a Victorian-era style. Like, if it's going to be vampire themed, you should totally do a Victorian-era style. And I thought, yeah, that's beautiful. That'd be amazing. So I started looking into that, and doing nature-themed jewelry was very popular in the Victorian era. And so think like animals, jewelry based on animals and stuff was very popular back then, as was amethyst stones. So I decided to use a purple amethyst stone that felt like a perfect fit for this Gothic vampire theme. And from there, it started to develop and it started to turn into the sketches and stuff. That is for the next video though. This video was all about the inspiration. So watch the next video here to see the sketches and how the ideas began to come to life on paper or screen, I guess, modern day. But, and when you're ready, head over to charmingquail.com to pick up one for yourself. But in the meantime, watch this video here and see how it develops and keep watching the story.